Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, granted, New York is in a state of emergency due to coronavirus. I understand that this is something that's quote unquote shocking to others in the community, but I do not feel that everyone should be freaking out the way they are. You have to pay attention to what's really going on. You have to be awake. You have to use your conscious mind. Like, people are really outside the supermarkets fighting over. They're fighting over toilet tissue paper. Like, this is a virus, right? This could be like something that you're worried about, right? That you care about so much, right? And toilet tissue is the one thing that you are allowing to control your mind and control what's going on right now. Listen. I'm telling you. I want you guys to watch this video. I watched this video on Dr. Mahad, on his perspective of what's her perception of everything that's going on about the coronavirus and how it all came about. And I want you guys to watch it. I'm going to include it in this video. I want you guys to watch it. I really want to hear your honest opinion. So you know how it go. If this is your first video watching of mine, hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button right down below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you like the content. If you are, I literally just woke up not too long ago. If you are my peoples and we've been rocking for each other and you are like dedicated to watching my videos, I appreciate you so much. Welcome back. But we gotta get the other people together when it comes to this coronavirus. I even got the line on my face. With the coronavirus, guys, relax. Like I told you in my other videos, those masks do not work. Those masks do not work. So stop spending your hard-earned money or on those masks because it does not work. Just take your time, read your facts. And when I say facts, make sure it's facts and it's not someone that actually wants you to be in fear. Read your facts on this virus. Protect yourself. Wash your hands. Clean after yourself. Drink water. You know, the things that makes you like a human. The things that you're supposed to been doing. That's what I want you to do. Do not allow this coronavirus to like make you go silly and take over your mind and have you bugging out like the other typical Americans that's outside wilding. Okay? Protect yourself. Wash your hands. Like, don't shake hands with others. Touch less doorknobs, whatever. But at the end of the day, do not panic. Do not freak out because you have to be here. You have to be fully here. You have to be paying attention. You have to be like on your P's and Q's. And toilet tissue should be the least of your worries. Toilet tissue should be the least of your worries. If something, if we're in a state of emergency and this type of stuff is really going down, do not allow the government to put you in the shell. This is their job. This is like the media's job. This is propaganda job. They want you to be scared. They want you to act out of fear. They want you to go out and buy those toilet tissues, buy all those crazy stuff. They want you to help boost the economy. They're not here for you, so you gotta be there for you. I'm here for you. This is what I'm here for. Don't forget to click that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. As I said, I literally just woke up not too long ago, and I'm just like, when there's something on my mind, I have to speak about it. Like this coronavirus. Everywhere you go is coronavirus. Trust me. Granted, they're showing us the deaths, but they're not showing you the probability of how much people has it and how much people been cured. Of course, they're trying to push fear into you, so they're showing you how much people died. Granted, 40 and below, your chances are way less likely. And granted, the people that has passed away, they had something already affecting their immune system, so their immune system wasn't strong enough to actually fight coronavirus. If you are healthy, if you are taking care of yourself, if you have a nice diet, if you drink water frequently, you can make it through coronavirus. So do not allow this to put you in the shell. You made it through the flu, bird flu, this season. Listen, you can make it through coronavirus. We're all going to make it through coronavirus. I have good faith. I have high hope that we make it through coronavirus. We're going to wash our hands. We're going to drink water. We're going to stay safe. We're going to protect our energy, protect ourselves, and not allow the media to drive us crazy. All right. You hear me? So stay tuned, watch this video. I really honestly want to know how you guys feel about this video. Leave me some comments. Let me know how you going. Like, how are you dealing with coronavirus? Like, how are you handling it? Y'all, I don't have my selfie stick and I don't have my phone stick either, so I'm using my arm. I'm throwing it back. Also, I took the time out to learn how to make an intro video. Are you feeling my intro video? Because I played it before this video. Are you feeling it? If you are, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, leave me some comments. I want to know how you guys are dealing with coronavirus. If anybody is actually in fear and wants somebody to talk to, I'm here. I'm here to give you information that can calm you down, that'll make you feel better, about this whole situation. And yeah, we're all here to help each other. Each one teach one. Relax with those masks, y'all. Relax with those masks, okay? Relax, and watch this video with Dr. Muhammad. Just listen to what he's saying. Have an open mind. Like, if you are one to always watch the news and to believe everything the government say, I know this video that I'm about to play for you may have you, may be hard for you to believe. But then again, if you're like me, if you're more woke, if you find information on your own, you know what I'm saying. This video will not be hard for you to believe. So watch this video. I want to hear your honest opinion. Leave some comments. Let me know how you feel. Yeah. Living with New York during this coronavirus is wild. Like, everywhere you go, like, especially the city where you're used to being like a whole bunch of crowd, it's dead empty. Like, this shows you that people, like, they can stay home if they have to, okay? Like, it's dead empty. Restaurants that usually packed are empty. People are just living in fear. And right now it's just like, if you don't get yourself outside, granted, if you're 40 and above and you have something already affecting your immune system, granted, stay inside. If you have like brand new babies, born new babies, stay inside. But besides that, live your life. Do not allow anyone, anything to keep you boxed in. As long as it's not an airborne disease and we're not going to pass out as long as we walk outside, keep living your life, all right? Don't allow anything or anyone to box you in. I appreciate you, my people. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel already. We in year 2020. Today's day 75 of my no alcohol, my no seafood, my no meat. I'm so proud of myself. To all you those who's on this journey with me as well, I'm so proud of you. Look at us. Changes, weight dropping, skin glowing. That's all we want for 2020. Negative vibes, we're not allowing them to affect us. We're going to pray for those negative people, wish them the best, but we're going to keep our distance because when negative comes close, it can affect us, okay? Watch this video. I appreciate you all. I know I'm rambling. I speak to you guys soon. Leave me some comments. Talk to me. Follow me on Instagram. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Stay positive. Stay blessed. Know that you are enough. You have enough. Do not allow anyone, anything in this world to make you feel smaller than you are. You're a divine beauty, okay, honey child? You are God's child, and you are here for a reason, okay? And it's not to be common, it's not to be regular, it's not to be scared thinking you're going to die of coronavirus. So check out this video. I appreciate you all. Talk to you later.
Coronavirus. Everybody's talking about coronavirus. Well, viruses come in families. So there's a herpes families. There's a coronavirus family. There's an influenza family of viruses. And so coronaviruses are generally considered to be animal viruses. When you look a little deeper, you find coronaviruses inhabit parasites that are in the bodies of animals. So therefore, in livestock industries, they have a big coronavirus problem because you can get things like feedlot fever among cattle, sheep, but especially pigs and other domestic animals that are not necessarily so clean. So that's a big problem. Coronaviruses infect animals Sometimes you may get a human infection with coronavirus. That's somewhat rare. Some of the common colds that people have had are due to coronaviruses. Generally speaking, they have not proven to be extremely fatal. However, what we're dealing with now, the novel coronavirus, COVID-20, this is not a natural coronavirus. This is a genetically engineered, weaponized version of coronavirus that has been married to 4 genes from HIV and probably other genes from perhaps other viral pathogens. The short history is Dr. Lieber of Harvard University, the chief biomolecular scientist at Harvard University, dug up some frozen bodies from the tundra in Alaska. This was maybe 3 or 4 years ago, to investigate what killed them during the Spanish flu epidemic. He isolated that virus from 100 years ago and resurrected it, you could say. But found out that because of the frozen conditions over time, the virus had lost its infectivity. You may question, why would somebody dig up a virus that killed over 100 million people and brought an end to World War I? Well, you would have to ask Dr. Lieber that. But he did that, and then when the infectivity was not what he wanted, then he paired it with 4 genes from HIV and perhaps some other things. And now you have a highly contagious coronavirus that is infecting human beings. And not only from animal to human transmission, but now verified cases, human to human transmission through the air. So you could say that this coronavirus 2020 is the descendant of the MERS virus, the Middle Eastern respiratory virus that killed many people in the Middle East, and the SARS virus that I think that goes back to 2003, 2004, that killed many, many people. Now, the SARS virus was the first indication to the Chinese people that someone was out to get them. The SARS virus was genetically engineered to infect Asian people, preferably. And the Chinese realized this. And so since that time, they have actually been on the defensive. Now, the question is whether this latest virus is also a bioweapon engineered to destroy people of Asian descent. And it seems to have another feature. It seems to preferentially infect men as opposed to women. Seems to be much more lethal in men than women. And even though it's considered to be a respiratory virus that causes a respiratory illness, the other interesting factor is that it seems to have a predilection for male testicles. And even in those that recover, the question is, will they be sterilized as after this COVID infection, even if they survive? Bill Gates, along with Dr. Lieber and Johns Hopkins University in October of 2019, conducted a simulation, computer simulation of a coronavirus outbreak, and they determined through computer simulations that such an outbreak would lead to the death of 65 million people. Now, the current experience in China with a 2.3% mortality rate shows that globally we could expect at least 165 million deaths from this virus. So what is it all for? I think it's for the purpose of slowing down the growth of China as a dominant economic, political, and economic power in the world. That is, of course, if it really is a bioweapon. If it's not really a bioweapon, it certainly has taken the U.S.-China trade war to another level. Trade war has become biological warfare, and people are being targeted with their lives. Part of the trade war, of course, was the controversy with a company called Huawei, the leaders in 5G technology. The center of 5G technology is China, and the center of 5G technology in China is Wuhan City, or Hubei, in Hubei province. And when they turned on or switched on the most potent 5G network in the world in Wuhan City. That's when the epidemic broke out. So there are scientists who think that there is an electronic component to what would otherwise just be a biological phenomenon. A virus is on the borderline of living things versus non-living things. It is protein wrapped around genetic material, either RNA or DNA. It is susceptible to electronic frequencies. Viruses can be activated by 5G 60 cycle frequency radiation that was turned on in Wuhan City and just coincidentally happened at the same time as a viral outbreak. Could there be a connection? One final point that I think the world should consider. From my point of view as a medical doctor, someone who knows a little bit about public health, I don't think that the Chinese government could be faulted in any way for their response to whatever happened, whether it was a natural phenomenon or whether it turns out to really be a bio attack. But their response to it was heroic and correct. They built 3 1,000-bed hospitals in a little more than a week. That is phenomenal. They provided hospital care for thousands of people who otherwise would have been left out in the cold to die. And so this is something to ponder. Is the United States capable of the same response, public health-wise? Is Europe capable of the same response? Is Africa, is India, are the other nations, are Brazil and other nations in South America and throughout the world? Is Japan, Korea, are they capable of the same heroic, monumental public health measures undertaken by the Chinese, who seem, optimistically I'm speaking now, they seem to have contained the spread of the virus in China through these drastic means. But suppose you had the same level of infection in New York City or Los Angeles or Chicago or some other major city in Europe. As we now see in Italy and Spain and Germany, cases breaking out. Well, this is the tip of the iceberg. 80-some cases now in Long Island, New York, in Los Angeles, in Texas, and other places. People under quarantine. We don't know how many people are really infected because the CDC has only given a little more than 400 tests total. So if they're reporting 50 or 60 cases, that sounds like a small number, and it is, but you'd only tested 400 people. So how can you be sure about the total number of infections in the country? You can't be. So all precautions must be in order. Facial masks are not going too far. Frequent hand washing is not going too far. Avoiding contact with public surfaces is not going too far. Avoiding public gatherings is not going too far. We don't actually know the full characteristics of what we're dealing with, but we must take those things into consideration that we are learning, where these outbreaks are taking place throughout the world. A weak Clorox solution, a cap full of Clorox in a gallon of water can be used as a disinfectant on surfaces. I use essential oils mixed in water, things like geranium and other essential oils, eucalyptus, camphor. These essential oils mixed in water, sprayed in a house will keep germs at bay. These are old-fashioned, traditional methods. I think the public health service in America is so decrepit and disabled that every American citizen should consider you're on your own. And you have to do what you can do to protect yourself and your family, because I don't think that the government agencies are going to be able. They're not equipped. The hospitals don't have the space to accommodate you. So you're going to have to accommodate yourself. Well, the question about whether or not this COVID-20 coronavirus is natural or man-made, I think that the fact that it is man-made is beyond question right now. I think the genetic sequences that have been done throughout the world shows that it did not have a natural origin. You can't naturally combine HIV genes with coronavirus genes. That just doesn't happen in nature. However, nature is capable of things that we may not be able to conceive of. So, for example, one of the things that people are becoming aware of are the tremendous number of deaths that take place every year from ordinary influenza. In the United States, for example, every year you will have between 30 and 40,000 deaths from regular influenza. And that's considered to be normal. And it could even range higher than that, 60, 70,000 per year, and some years lower than that. So we have good seasons and bad seasons. This is from influenza. Well, where did the influenza virus come from? I'm using this as an example for all viruses. Where did they come from? Well, if you have, as you do in China, a situation where you have population congestion, you have human beings living in close proximity with animals. You have human beings living in close proximity to pigs and ducks and chickens. And so the history of influenza is that this is a virus that naturally recombined to produce something that can cause human disease. A bird virus infects a duck in a pond in China. That bird virus gets picked up by a pig who drinks from that pond water. And then that virus recombines inside the body of the pig so that it begins to infect the pig. A bird virus, in other words, has now jumped into a pig. And then who lives right next to the pig, or who ends up eating the pig or slaughtering the pig, is a human being. And so now an original bird virus that somehow was able to infect a pig now makes a second leap, species leap, you could say, into a human being. And now a bird virus that became a swine virus is now a human virus, and we call it influenza. And it has been plaguing the world ever since people thought it was a good idea to live in close proximity to a food source like ducks and pigs. So it's possible, it's remotely possible, that this novel coronavirus is a natural virus, like they say. It came from a meat market in China. It came from bats, it came from this, it came from that. Well, that sounds like the green monkey story related to HIV. And then it turns out green monkeys had very little to do with HIV. Human biomolecular engineers had everything to do with the development of HIV as a biological weapon. And I think that the evidence is very strong right now. And I think the proof positive will come in the future. This was a biologically engineered weapon, probably done by Dr. Lieber and his team from Harvard University in conjunction with Johns Hopkins University and with Wuhan University in China and other government agencies in China. They developed this. They will have to explain to the world why they thought this was such a good idea to do.
There was a time in my life when
So did you watch it? Did you watch it? I want to know your honest opinion. How do you feel now that you've watched the video? Let me know. Have you today?